Hi, welcome back to the channel, TrainStation 2. Alright, the Christmas event 8th competition has started and things are just getting tougher. Alright, so this is before the start of the competitions, which I try to do my best of keeping up the inventory stock, especially in this Christmas factory. And you can see all my other factories are all filled to the brim, as you can see exclamation mark all over the place. Alright, so we still got a bit of warehouse spaces to go, and I think I'm just going to grab more of those Christmas items later on and try to make the full use of the time before the start of the competition itself. Alright, grabbing a lot of this upgrade materials for my Canadian trains. You can see still got a common train that I need to upgrade to the fullest. Still got 4 more levels to go. And I'm gonna save up these upgrade materials. I'm gonna claim much later, so we can do a full upgrade to another common train. The purpose of that is definitely, of course, the increased capacity will reduce the number of trips we need to do, as well as it gives the headquarter points. So every fully completed train gives you headquarter points, and eventually you can claim rewards in the headquarters. Alright, so you can see all my factories are really all the way to the brim, and I'm gonna pack this furniture and textile factory all the way to the fullest in terms of the input tray. That will allow me to store some raw materials as well. So I always use, as I mentioned in many of my videos, the input tray as raw materials interim warehouse, whereas the output tray is for finished products interim warehouse. Given the fact that warehouse spacing are quite limited, that's what we should be doing, especially during events, is to pack it with all the Christmas items, finished products, because your Christmas factory cannot be stored, whereas the rest of the factories, they can be stored because there are items being requested during the event is not so highly demanded, so the frequency is much lower. So given the fact you can actually use all the 6 factories as interim warehouse spacing, but the Christmas factories got to keep on running. So we got a couple of things to do before we call it a day and wait to start late again in the next competition, which is the 8th competition itself. So meanwhile, I try to collect more of these mistletoes as possible so we can get those additional 4 more trains. Probably we may get 1 legendary if we are really lucky. Otherwise, we should be able to get 1 epic at least. If you're thinking of changing 2, probably a rare and a common would be possible as well. I don't think anybody will be spending their precious collected rewards for a profile, so that's quite silly. In the rewards, there's actually a profile, but I don't think people want to do that. Rather use them for the trains, of course. Maybe people who are paying customers, they tend to have a lot of leeway to get these mistletoes. Probably then they may need to change the profile for whatever purposes. Alright, so we got lots and lots of profile. I don't think having additional profiles will help anything anyways. So I'm liking of my own Santa Claus profile, and I think a lot of people are liking it, especially you can see in my new group. The competition has started and there are many Santa Clauses inside. Alright, so these are the new things that we need to do. You can see, as guess, majority of it are all Christmas event items. So definitely I do wish the developers should be more balanced rather than just all fixated on the Christmas event items, because the factory production will be slow and it's not really high in capacity. So unlike the other factories, we have upgraded them to the fullest. Probably left 1 or 2 factories that's not, so you can see are able to upgrade any more factories as his chemical and refinery is really full. I've always been saving gems for factory upgrades, so do save your factories upgrades, gems for factory upgrade, rather than spending on anything else. Do not buy trains, especially because it's kind of waste using gems. So still got a bit more of jobs to do. We got 2 more of those reindeers yet to be dispatched out. So meanwhile, I'm going to collect the keys, and I'm not going to collect any new trains at this juncture. I'm going to save out the keys first. I'm going to see how it work out. If really I need to, then I'll go ahead and claim those trains. I'm just wondering whether if I do not have a specific type of train with the limited number of trains, would it work out in a way to be kinder to me, just ask for deliveries using the trains I have. I may only utilize the keys when I realize that one of the deliveries is one of those that I do not have any trains. That is a clear indicator that the game doesn't bother whether you have the train or not. Alright, so probably that may happen, but let's see how it works out. Alright, going to spend about 7,400 right now just to buy all these additional parts. As you can see, quite good. 343, that's totally great. I mean, okay, nothing else we should do. Okay, so that means that we can have some train upgrades, probably the common train, hopefully. Okay, great. So we can do one or more, got 3 more levels to go before we have fully upgraded that yellow common train, which I have mistaken it for a legendary train in the first place. You can see there's really aggressive in this group. I was thinking that starting late seems to work, but probably not the case right now. And I'm wondering whether how did he get so many mistletoes? Are they paying customers? Probably, I don't know. But looking at the amount of mistletoes that we're getting, even if you have 3, it's only about less than 40. So I'm not too sure how they can get so many, but let's see and work it along the way. If imagine in the gap is really huge, then I think it's affirmed that definitely they are paying customers, and then so be it. I'm really glad that this is the tail end of the Christmas event, that they came out with this silly reindeer event. Otherwise we're crying to get my legendary train, right? So that is what some people may be suffering because they didn't did too well in the initial competitions, and now they are faced by this reindeers event. It's will make it worse. Alright, managed to climb to 7th position, but it's still way behind that first. You can see 54. Can you imagine that? It's really good. Alright, so one more jobs to go, and I got to see whether I can fulfill that greedy captain's demand. Alright, probably the milk I should have, but not for the wool, so I'm going to probably wait for the trains to come back to work on this, and hopefully get more of this map, so about 28 times 2. Alright, thank you for watching, do like and subscribe, and good luck for the competition. Few more to go, alright, and deal.